Recorded live from my apartment in Los Angeles, California, I'm your man Nathaniel, and this is the weekly watch list. Welcome back to another edition of the weekly watch list, the show where we count down the best movies and TV to stream right now on Prime Video. Now, in case you didn't know, February 12th is the Lunar New Year, one of the biggest holidays celebrated throughout Asia. So in celebration of the Spring Festival, I'm bringing you 5 of the best Asian language films to watch right now on Prime Video. Now, if you want to be a real movie buff, like me, prerequisite number 1 is watching a bunch of foreign films, along with 2, describing movies with meaningless adjectives like lyrical, or a triumph, or life-affirming. And 3, tweeting a bunch of screenshots of movies, as if to say, all I care about is art, bro, do you? And there's no better place to start than with Korean, Chinese, Taiwanese, and Hong Kong cinema. Of course, Asian films is a giant category, and we're really only going to be scratching the surface. But rest assured, there's plenty of titles to explore on Prime. Coming in at number 1, it's one of my all-time favorite Korean movies. I'm talking Bong Joon-ho's mega hit monster movie, The Host. This one centers around a family of lovable misfits in Seoul. There's Kong-do, played by Song Gang-ho, a clumsy doofus who works with his dad in a food stall, and takes care of his much more mature daughter, Hyun-seo. Then there's Kong-do's younger brother, Nam-il, an unemployed former political activist, and sister Nam-ju, an underperforming medalist archer. The family is drifting through life with varying levels of success, until one day, a giant fish monster comes out of the Han River and abducts Hyun-seo. Making matters worse, the American military shows up and begins quarantining everyone who came into contact with the monster, for fear of a deadly new disease that may or may not exist. The Park family resolves to break Kong-do out and find Hyun-seo by investigating the sewer systems that run throughout the city. To me, The Host is everything good about movies. There's the hilarious family dynamics, the masterful use of suspense, the way the tone shifts on a dime. And if you disagree, send me your Letterboxd account, because you're getting blocked. And for more great Korean movies to stream on Prime, like The Handmaiden, check out one of our previous lists, link in the description. Now, a good second entry in a movie list is like the second song in an album. You gotta play the hits, baby! Which is why we're covering the international co-production, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
我乃是小心，快手一把剑！潇洒人间一线牵，清明宝剑圣龙拳。任凭鲤鱼江南鹤，都要低头求我怜。
Adapted from the Iron Crane martial arts series, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon follows Chow Yun-fat as Li Mu-bai, a Wudong kung fu master who wields the invincible sword Green Destiny. Li Mu-bai wants to retire and asks his fellow warrior / long-simmering love interest Michelle Yeoh to return his sword to a local lord for safekeeping. Zhang Zuyi plays Jen, the governor's sheltered daughter who's been trained in martial arts by Li Mu-bai's sworn enemy, the Jade Fox, and longs for a life of freedom and adventure. One night, Jen steals the sword, forcing Li Mu-bai out of retirement to try and retrieve it. Like a lot of other wuxia movies, the plot gets really complicated, but it's really about all the outsized emotions and incredible fights. The wire fighting and choreography by Yuan Wo-ping is a triumph, with battles running through city streets to lakes and treetops that contain whole narrative arcs within themselves. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is a great entry point for people new to the wuxia genre, but if you're looking for some more iconic, deeper cuts, Prime Video has you covered. Check out Jet Li and the Once Upon a Time in China series, as well as 60s Shaw Brother classics like One-Armed Swordsman and Golden Swallow. Coming in at number 3, we have Chinese director Jia Zhongke's 2019 gangster melodrama, Is Purest White. This movie is divided into 3 time periods. In 2001, Chiao is the girlfriend of local mob boss Bin in the poor mining town of Datong. Chiao and Bin have a pretty sweet life, running a mahjong parlor, hanging out in nightclubs, and living lives according to the Jianghu Code.
兄弟们，五湖四海皆兄弟。
肝胆相照，肝胆相照，走一个，走！
One day, a younger group of rival mobsters attacks Bin, forcing Chiao to fire his illegal handgun to protect him. When police question Chiao about where she got the gun, she takes the fall for Bin, leading to a 5-year jail sentence. Bin never visits her in prison. In 2006, when Chiao gets out, she searches for Bin and travels down the Yangtze River to track him down in Hubei. There, she finds out Bin has moved on with his life, getting a normal job and a new girlfriend.
实话实说，斌哥在这里已经有女朋友了，我看他是不方便见你。
In modern day, Bin returns to Datong and finds that everything else has totally changed. This is a really lyrical movie about 2 lovers who betray each other but can't quite move on. It's also about the utter uselessness of men, which Chiao frequently takes advantage of to scam some money and track down Bin. It's also about the passage of time and the scale of physical and cultural transformation in 21st century China. We sense it in the construction of the monumental Three Gorges Dam, the modernization of the railroads Chiao travels on, and the time that Bin and Chiao can never go back to. For more movies from mainland China, check out some visually stunning work from director Zhang Yimou, including Judo and Raise the Red Lantern. Coming in at number 4, check out the Hong Kong comedy horror movie, A Chinese Ghost Story. From legendary producer Sui Hark, A Chinese Ghost Story follows Leslie Chung as Ning, an incredibly oblivious debt collector going town to town. When he fails to collect on a debt and is left penniless, Ning is forced to take shelter in a nearby abandoned temple that's clearly haunted. That night, Ning meets a beautiful, mysterious woman, Xu Xin, played by Joey Wong, and the two fall in love.
本來我唔應該推開你嘅，不過如果唔係咁，我就會噴到你成面都係啦。
我好痛啊！
As it turns out, Susin is a ghost who's forced to seduce men and lure them to their deaths at the hands of a monstrous tree demon. Susin protects Ning from the tree demon, and Ning enlists the help of a Taoist ghost hunter to kill the demon and free Susin from her ghost captivity. For the uninitiated, I think A Chinese Ghost Story is a really good example of what 80s Hong Kong cinema is all about, mixing every single genre together into one insane package. Seriously, this movie is at times a horror flick, a martial arts actioner, a slapstick comedy, and a romance movie. This one scene in particular felt like an even crazier version of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. Now, before the reply guys show up being like, "What? No Wong Kar-wai on this list? Lame and stupid," feel free to check out some of his great movies on Prime Video. There's the revisionist martial arts movie Ashes of Time Redux, as well as his lyrical sci-fi romance film 2046. Rounding out our list at number 5, it's an Ang Lee double dip. Check out the all-time great food movie, Eat, Drink, Man, Woman. This one is set in 90s Taipei and follows Mr. Chu, a widower and a retired master chef of Chinese cuisine who's lost his sense of taste. In his spare time, he cooks school lunches for the daughter of a family friend, and fills in at the palatial banquet hall where he used to be head chef. On Sundays, Mr. Chu cooks a giant banquet for his unappreciative daughters, where they each give updates about their lives. All 3 of his unmarried daughters still live with their father and all wish to move out. Jia Zhen is a Christian school teacher who takes an interest in the new gym teacher. Jia Chen is a sexually liberated airline executive who receives a job offer to move to Amsterdam. Jia Nin is a college student who strikes up a relationship with her friend's ex. This is a really great life-affirming film about people's desires, set against the changing cultural landscape. But of course, what really stuck with me were the food scenes. I'm not exactly sure what all these dishes are, but they look amazing. If you can't make it home to have a big meal with your family this Lunar New Year, then I highly recommend watching Eat, Drink, Man, Woman as the next best thing. For more Taiwanese cinema about the tension between modern life and traditional values, I highly recommend checking out Hou Xiaoxian's coming-of-age trilogy, including Dust in the Wind and The Time to Live and The Time to Die, streaming right now on Prime Video. There you have it, 5 of the best Asian language movies to stream right now on Prime Video. So what'd you guys think of the movies on this week's list? Comment below and let me know what genres you want to see in future episodes. Until next time, don't blink, always be streaming. Now, if you think humans should be the ones recommending movies to people and not robots, be sure to comment and like. Check out more of the weekly watch list with me, your man Nathaniel. New episodes every Friday. And if you really love cinema, I know you're going to subscribe.